The K-pop world is shaken once again, and this time not because of an album release, but by a shocking decision from BTS's two biggest stars, Jungkook and Taehyung. While the global music industry was awaiting the announcement of Jungkook's solo world tour following the tremendous success of his solo debut, the Golden Magne instead took an unexpected step. He rejected a solo tour offer worth over $1 billion. And shortly after, Taehyung, known by his stage name V, was found to have made a secret move that even the management was unaware of. What really happened, Jungkook's rejection of the world tour, is not just a career decision, it's a personal statement. Many have speculated on the reasons, from mental pressure, exhaustion, to the desire to maintain artistic quality. However, an internal HYB source who wished to remain anonymous stated that the decision was not due to exhaustion or career strategy, but rather a principle he has held for a long time. Furthermore, the source mentioned that Jungkook didn't feel complete performing solo on a global scale without resolving one important matter that to this day remains shrouded in mystery. In the spotlight on Jungkook's decision, Taehyung's move added another complex layer. Circulating information suggests that he secretly established communication with an independent creative team in Europe, even designing a cross-disciplinary art project without the agency's knowledge. Although there has been no official confirmation, industry observers refer to this move as an indication that Taehyung is crafting a deeply personal career path, far from the mainstream K-pop idol image. Are the two of them planning something together? Or are they actually moving in opposite directions? Referring to their recent interactions, minimal public appearances, limited collaborations, and seemingly tense communication, there are suspicions that the relationship between them is not harmonious. A 5-minute live broadcast where Jungkook appeared emotional and mentioned the name Tae with a trembling voice fueled public speculation. His sentence, "Sometimes we choose not because we want to, but because we have to," became a viral quote and is considered a coded message full of meaning. But is all of this really about tension? Or is there a bigger plan being hidden from the public? Some music analysts believe that Jungkook and Taehyung are taking a strategic break to create a new narrative, either as soloists or as a duo. An unofficial leaked song featuring both of their voices suddenly went viral in fan communities. The lyrics hint at distance, choices, and loyalty. Although many claim the song is AI edited, for some armies, the hope that they still have a shared plan lives on. However, looking back, we can see that the dynamic between Jungkook and Taehyung has never been simple. They are two individuals with vastly different personalities. Jungkook is a perfectionist, structured, and intense. Taehyung is artistic, intuitive, and free. In several BTS documentaries, they even admitted to having disagreements about musical direction. But they always came back to support each other. Could they now be going through one of the most difficult, growing together phases? There is also speculation that Jungkook's decision to decline the world tour is a hidden form of solidarity toward Taehyung, who is currently serving in the military. In an old interview, Jungkook once said, "Popularity means nothing if you can't share it with someone important to you." That statement now holds a different weight, and many are starting to link it to the VOOC dynamic, a popular term for the V and Jungkook duo among fans. Meanwhile, from the agency's side, HYB remains silent. There has been no official statement regarding Jungkook's rejection of the tour or Taehyung's alleged independent move. On several occasions, company representatives only stated that all members' activities are under long-term planning. Yet, the agency's silence opens up more room for speculation. Are they covering up internal conflicts, or are they protecting a major plan that could change the direction of the industry? One thing is certain, both are now at a critical point in their careers. Jungkook, though offered a global tour, chose to step back. Taehyung, though still in military service, is rumored to be initiating a secret artistic project. This situation raises a major question. Will BTS return as a full unit? Or do the decisions of these two members mark the beginning of a directional shift that cannot be reversed? Interestingly, amid all this turmoil, fans' voices remain a powerful force. In various forums, fan communities have shown deep concern, not just for the fate of the group, but also for the mental health and freedom of expression of its members. For them, Jungkook and Taehyung are not just idols, but human beings who have the right to make their own life choices. Unfortunately, those discussion spaces are not always healthy. Social media is flooded with speculation, wild narratives, and even conspiracy theories. Some claim Jungkook and Taehyung's relationship is broken, while others say they're working on a secret project yet to be revealed. Fact and fiction begin to blur, creating an atmosphere of uncertainty that burdens everyone, including the artists themselves. To end this wave of rumors, it's important to remember that they are ordinary human beings. They're navigating a massive career transition under relentless global scrutiny. Whatever they choose should come from them, not from industry pressure, public expectations, or the illusion of a perfect idol obligation. Jungkook's rejection of the solo world tour and Taehyung's shocking move is not mere gossip. It's a reflection of how complex the reality behind the stage truly is. On the surface, we see idols. But behind the spotlight are human beings with struggles, ideals, and decisions that the public may not always understand. Perhaps it's not yet time for them to explain everything. But one thing is certain, what they're doing now will become a key turning point in K-pop history and possibly the beginning of something we've never imagined before. Yet behind all the narratives we've presented, one thing must be honestly acknowledged. The truth of all this information is still very unclear. Although this article is built from various widely spread media sources such as TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and anonymous fan forum posts, not a single official confirmation from the relevant parties has truly verified its accuracy. So the question now is, did this event really happen? Or is it just a narrative construction created by the media, content creators, or even fans themselves to generate buzz? Let us reflect together. When information spreads so rapidly on social media, who actually controls the narrative? Are we absorbing facts or unknowingly reinforcing a public illusion created to boost views, engagement, and commercial profit? As readers and fans, how much do we want to believe that there is major conflict between Jungkook and Taehyung? How far do we want to dig into and interpret small signs, even if they might just be ordinary moments exaggerated? And more importantly, why do we want to believe? Maybe it's because the emotional tension in this story provides a kind of thrill, a sense of involvement in a great drama unfolding. But doesn't that open the door to mass manipulation? Behind the desire to know, isn't there also a responsibility to filter information with logic and integrity? Have we forgotten that these idols are real humans, with lives far more complex than 30-second clips on TikTok? On the other hand, it must be admitted that narratives like these often become a form of emotional escape. In a world full of pressure, the story of Jungkook and Taehyung is not just celebrity news, it is a mirror of friendship dynamics, social pressure, and the conflict between public expectation and personal desire. But let's ask deeper questions. Are we witnessing a real story, or reading a script carefully written by algorithms and public speculation? Are we more interested in the truth, or in the drama that comes with it? Is our critical thinking still alive? Or has it been paralyzed by emotion and expectation? Today's social media doesn't just deliver news, it constructs alternate realities. When a viral tweet says Jungkook declined a world tour for Taehyung, hundreds of thousands might believe it without asking, who first posted it? What's the basis? What's the motive? So, what about us? Have we become part of an ecosystem that consumes, shares, and reinforces information without verification? In the digital information age, skepticism is not apathy, but a form of moral responsibility. We must learn not to immediately trust emotionally appealing narratives just because they're viral or confirm what we want to believe. Not everything viral is true. Not everything emotional is real. And not everything delivered dramatically has factual grounding. We must remember that media is not always neutral. Even fan media can have biases, motives, or even agendas. They can craft narratives that sway opinion, obscure facts, or even create false tension to boost traffic. Therefore, we invite all of you to not just be passive readers or viewers. Be active thinkers. Be wise information filters. When reading articles like this, ask yourself, what's the main source? Is there concrete evidence or just assumptions and video snippets open to interpretation? Is this information presented to enlighten or to manipulate emotions? We must admit that the information in this article, like many other narratives, still lies in the realm of speculation. Some were quoted from fan comments on Twitter, TikTok analyses, speculative YouTube videos, and screenshots that may not even be real. Without verification from official parties, all of this is just possibility, not certainty. Yet this is where our role as an audience becomes important. We don't just absorb, but shape meaning. We can choose whether to be part of spreading unverified information or to be smart readers who separate emotion from data, opinion from fact, and story from reality. Let's discuss together. Do you believe this story is real? Do you see a specific motive behind the spread of this narrative? How should fans respond to information that can't be proven? Have you ever fallen for a narrative that turned out to be a hoax? We invite you to speak, share, and think together. Truth does not belong to one party and can only be found if we open space for healthy dialogue, critical reflection, and empathy for all parties, including those at the center of the spotlight. Thank you for watching and for continuing to think clearly.